Hello, today is March 31st, 2017, and I'm going to show you my waterfall project so far. This project is a little bit uh, kind of a variance. Seeing it as a mythology. I'm going to apply mythology to this, and I'm going to also apply a little spirituality and scientific studies and chemistry and a little bit of everything. So, and this is the thing, okay? The pH, let's see, the little p and a big H. P is, it stands for potential, and capital H is a hy, hypotherm, what is it called? Hypothermia, something like that. I can't remember, but it involves plants. Okay, so if you have a scale, you have a piece of paper, write a scale of just one line and do the measurements. If you have too little, it's too acidic. If you have too much of the hypo, which is an invisible gas like type, and you can't see it, it's colorless, which means in there's various scientific methods of illustrating this, that the colorless some theories are theorists, how do you pronounce that? I don't know. Some theories, they say that it provides, they're in support that it provides some plants. It provides really colorful. So when they measure that, and you have too much alkyne, I think it's alkyne, which alkyne, I'm kind of assuming that alkyne is uh, like a type of India, native India, maybe, something like that, a little Chinese, Asian India. Um, and then you have the acid, which is the lower part of that, which is, it's a struggle between the two. And so there has to be a support method, because if you, if some theorists, they would visualize it, and sometimes they, even some professors, if you go to a chemistry class and you ask them, because I was reading, and I'm taking it from the reading that I got on Facebook in a group that I'm in. So it's really interesting because there's a lot of ideals. So I made this second pawn. I didn't even finish what I'm saying. So anyways, there's a measurement in that So what is it? H2? No, it's a pH. Little p and capital H. Potential. I can't remember the other name, but it's a gas. It's a gas, like invisible. So in that gas, there's a measurement. Just say we have a measuring stick. See here? And so you have the measuring stick. And then this, which is 0, is this is acidic. And this here, and it goes, it's the measurement, don't get it confused, because the measurement is not 12, it's 24. So you, no, it's not 20, I'm sorry, see, now I messed up. It's not even 24 or 12, it's 14. So this is 0 of acidic, this is 14. 14 is alkyne, and in between is seven, right? Half of 14 is seven. So this number seven in the biblical term is a perfection. Okay, so that's how they got it with measurements. They do that. So they come up with the idealists or chemistry, or they have their own methods of striking a scale of measurements, because they're speaking vocally into the air and others are hearing, because they're trying to project into um, a formality their reality on how they see life, and trying to create something. So there's that's called creationism, but we are all involved in that. So chemistry, chemistrist, I don't know, chemistry, the people who study chemistry, that's what they do, is they try to revolve around, that type. The danger part would be more aesthetic, you know. So you get that. And then, so mine's is more like poetic, okay? Okay, so they could even try to combine that to poetic with chemistry, right? Okay, so I'm going to tell you my reality. Okay, this does not look, it doesn't look good. I'm not going to give this to my daughter because I know the personality type trait my daughter likes. She likes um, the, she's family oriented. She likes to be herself, and she appreciates the freedom of being herself and revealing herself and being appreciated for being herself and feeling the deep love from her husband and children. And her life is surrounded with her family, with her creation. I tell her that too. That's her creation. And so anyways, I'm doing this. I was making this for her. I use two 25-pound bags of Portland cement went by this street right here as one of the workers, because I was trying to get some help here. An ideal, because verbalizing communication is a good line of networking, and it's getting information. So I'm trying to multiply what I have here, right? And that's biblically based too, because fishing is a sign of commerce. I keep trying to tell you that. The Bible is commerce. So that's what I was walking yesterday morning. I was gonna forget about that. I was walking, on the way to my storage, and on the one way they're doing some work on a project they are doing right here next door, and they had the cement laid out, had it there sitting for a while, and for days, But the building that they got up, they had the beamers up, and I mean those beamers are metal, steel beamers. I I think they're steel, but they're the kind of uh, reddish orange, darkish color type brown maybe. I don't, but if they're erected, they have the roof up, and just everything just like went up like within a couple of days. It just seemed like it was up quick. So I thought of my deal. I said, okay, they know about the building there. So I asked one of the workers, could you mix cement, Portland cement with sand? And he said no. So I get back and I'm frustrated and I'm wanting to do the opposite because I'm not getting answers, that I want. I'm getting different answers. So here it is. I'm going to be poetic about this, and I'm going to try and pour a little bit and find out for myself, mixing a little bit. I started laughing because my friend was here yesterday and he looks at it and he says, he's looking at it and he says, what is it? I started laughing. I could not stop laughing. And I said, it's a waterfall. And I'm still being confident saying it's going to be done. But I'm gonna redo my daughter's rethinking. I'm gonna redo my daughter's because I know how she is. Her personality and her personal trait, how she is. She likes everything like to her perfection, how she likes it. Me, I don't like to waste anything. So here I have it. Is I mixed some of my plaster that I had left over. I have absolutely no plaster, no cement whatsoever anymore until my purchases tomorrow. And so, anyways, I poured that, and the plaster dries quicker than cement. I'll tell you that now. And so I do have. This is a little hardened, so I do have that done. Okay, and well, it is hardened, but I want it to get more. I'm gonna cover that, recover it with some cement, because if I have too much on my scale, right here, scale number 7, because I'm of a different variant, I really enjoy the middle, which is an even. I really love that. But because I'm of a different nationality and I like to keep things intact, do have some relations, bloodlines with number 7. So I can't deny that fact. So what I'm doing is the method is doing what King, uh, His Highness Maktoum from Arabia, Saudi Arabia. He says to read, and that's what I'm doing. I've been doing some reading on Facebook, and some things are funny out there. It's so funny. And so, what I'm going to try to be more acceptance and just revolving, not just, floating in the air, but to, being known and be known, but also to come to realization that I'm going to be a part of the commercializing, also not commercializing, not in a way where it's presented, in fashionless, fa- uh, classless type. Which this, I'm gonna tell you something. This right here, this is more like in the al alclic. That would be like in the 0. So I would name the ideal of this is just like a production, a beginning of the production, which would scale anywhere between, um, I would say on the 1.5. Okay, 1.5. Because that's like a band-aid to a human and healing. The skin is really already there. You see the wood and the wiring is maybe like the vein that causes circulation. So, um, so that's already included. This I would label it as having um, a little bit of as a little bit of acidic. Okay, so because the acidic could be harmful, it could also be at the same time useful too. So it's like the inner body is just like the wood, because we have in the pond, it's going to be water, and the water is, I forget what they call it in the scientific terms, but yeah, so that's what, and so that's why it's 1.5, because that's just like a